up? It's another episode with Wealth Wednesdays after party with your boy Jay White, first name, last name. Look who I got here with me, celebrity intuitive. Talk to Tash. How you doing, yo?
Hey, Jay. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Man,
this
is
amazing.
This is a long time coming.
A long time coming.
Even though my show new, you hear me? It's a long time coming.
We knew the show was happening before it happened.
Of course you did. Too easy. Of course you did. Who's some of the people you work with?
Some of the people that I work with, well, I'm on the DJ Quicksilver show. Okay. With Dominic
in DC.
And the DMV area.
You know we in the Law Society right now. Shout out Law Society, the owners. Appreciate it.
Shout out to you guys. Yes. DJ Quicksilver with Dominic the Diva every other Thursday. Yep. It's incredible. Yeah. Nick at Night every other Friday. That's in South Carolina. Number one station for hip hop and R&B. I work with a lot of celebrities, the Braxtons. Yeah. I've worked with Cynthia Bailey from Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay, dope.
Yandy Smith. I've worked with Remy Ma, Bryson Tiller. There's a whole bunch of celebrities that I work with, but those are some of the few that I can mention.
Talk to Tash. Hold on. So these celebrities, they come to you. Obviously, you have an amazing gift. We're gonna get into that. But they come to you and they be like, yo, what's up with my career? Or should I even do this? Like, it'd be like that?
It's like that. Like their whole life. Like not just career, like health, wealth, love, career, finances, and just keeping them on track. Yeah. I think that oftentimes, especially when you're a celebrity, you get so lost in the mix of life that you lose direction of your own life. Yeah. So they come to me to kind of keep them on track and just let them know what's going on and what they have to look forward to.
So is it a lot of skepticism? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Is it a lot of skepticism? I don't know how to spell it. Right. I know how to say it though. Is there a lot of skepticism with your gift when, like, let's say I'm a celebrity and then I tell my other celebrity friend, hey, you gotta talk to Tash, yo, and they be like, and then you just hit them with a little something. Like, how does that relationship build, or how do you get that, I guess, verification? Like, how does that work?
I speak to about 100 clients a week on the phone worldwide. So I am speaking to people across the globe. Norway, Dubai, Canada, London, Africa, so people call me. I mean, I'm pretty reputable, but I'm usually on point, and when people are skeptical, I usually say something to kind of hit them where they cannot deny if I'm the truth or not. Yeah. And I just give it to them how I see it, whatever's coming up.
I seen it firsthand this morning.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yes.
But anyway, the crazy thing is, I'm about to tell the people how we met.
Absolutely.
All right, so I heard you in the station in DC and in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. I looked up the website. I was like, all right, I wanted a session same day, right? Book my session same day, boom. And I'm gonna just be real. I was blown away. Man, I don't want to talk about what you talking about me right now.
Right, we don't want to get into that.
Nah, none of that. But you was on point, like you said, and even some of the things that you told me would happen is happening. Yes. The show being one of them. I will give them that. The show being one of them. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I guess one of the things that I was so blown away by is how it comes across. Yeah. It don't come across like a Miss Cleo, call me down for your reading. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
You don't come across like that. So how are you putting your own, I don't want to say spin, but what's the flavor that you giving these individuals like myself? And as you're reading, like, are you connecting with who I am, or this is just who you are?
I mean, this is really who I am. My family realized when I was 6 years old that I had this gift. I was walking around at 6, 7 years old, telling people things about their lives. And my mom was like, you cannot walk up to strangers and just talk to them. But they were like, no. What she's saying is amazing. So this is a gift that I've had my entire life. I'm just me. I'm from Jamaica, Queens, New York. Yeah. I believe in authenticity. I believe in keeping it real. That's who I am. And that's the flow of my sessions. I'm a real person just like you who just has intuitive insight of your life. Yeah. And so I call it the homegirl who knows all of your business. That's what I call it. Yeah. The homegirl literally who knows all your business, because that's the fact, And I'm going to keep it real with you. Like, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Yeah. Huge difference, right? Yeah. Like, I'm not going to be a Miss Cleo tell me your life, and because that's not the second experience. I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. I don't read tarot cards.
Intuitive.
My gift is I'm intuitive. I'm prophetic. My gift is a gift from God.
Okay.
So I do want to emphasize that. Like, I'm a woman of God. I've had my gift my entire life, and I'm prophetic. But I use the word intuitive for the public.
So let's do this then. Since you said that, can you break down the differences between intuitive, psychic, prophet, and I don't know, whatever else that's out there. Just break those differences down so we can all know what's what.
You know, I think psychic, because I don't practice that again, I think that they use other gifts. Like, some psychics may use crystals. They may use cards. They may use different spirits. So tarot, you know, okay. I don't need any of that. Like, I don't need a candle. I don't need a tarot card. I don't need a crystal. I can look at you. I can talk to you over the phone. I can look at a photo and literally tell you everything about your life. It's natural. It's organic. It is of God. Okay. It comes from God. Mediums, they read dead people. I don't read dead people. Okay. I only read people who are living. I think people should leave the dead alone. No shade. But people who are deceased,
lead them where they at.
That part, right? So, you know, I just focus on the living because I think that's what really matters. You know, people who are here, because you have control over your life. So if you get the clarity and the confirmation that you need to thrive, and I have the information for that, I'm going to give it to you.
So, okay, here's a question I always wanted to ask you. Are you, and then I'm going to go somewhere else.
Right.
But I got to ask this question first. Are you ever surprised, yo? Like, can somebody be like, yo, let's throw a party for Talk to Tash, surprise party. You gonna know. You gonna be like, oh, what y'all doing today? Man, we going to the store. You be like, y'all lying. Like, does that affect how you just have natural life? Just natural life. Does it affect?
So, great question.
Yeah.
So the answer to that question is I cannot read myself.
Okay.
So anything pertaining to me or even my family members or someone who's really close to me, like a best friend, I speak to them so consistently that I cannot read them, because it's kind of like reading myself.
Yeah.
So I can't read myself. I cannot read anybody who's trying to do anything for me, because it's kind of like reading myself. So I do get surprised. I mean, I'm a woman. I'm nosy, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you know, I'm in the mix, but I don't, right? You know,
nosy woman. Oh my God, like, that's too much.
That's too much. So I'm like in the mix trying to find out, but I like surprises. So I try to kind of fall back and hope that I don't figure it out before I'm surprised.
Sheesh, yo. So it's okay. So if I'm thinking in my head, all right, we're gonna do this surprise party for Talk to Tash, because the crazy thing is, you didn't know the set was gonna be like this at all.
I knew it was in the
lounge.
lounge.
You matched the whole joint.
Pink lip. That's what I'm saying.
What are you doing?
That wasn't the plan.
Just shut that part of your brain.
It never goes off. My gift is on 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Nah, that's amazing.
Yes.
So going through college, you didn't never want to. I'm gonna ask. I don't know if you wanted to make this a business, because now you're a full-time entrepreneur and this is what you do full-time.
Full-time.
However, though, going through college and then your career, like, just talk a little bit about, I don't want to say you were fighting your gift, but just trying to stay away from it. Talk about that and how that.
So corporate was very hard for me because I was an executive. So I was always in the boardroom helping make decisions.
Wait, did you know when you got the interview, did you know you was going to get the job?
I mean, I knew I was going to get the job because I'm good with people. I'm good with people, and I love people. Okay. So I know how to connect with people in a certain way because I am intuitive.
Yeah.
I know what they want to hear. I know what I need to say. I know because I know the person intuitively, right? So I kind of use it as a cheat code to life is what I call it. But it's not for me. It's really just what I'm saying off of them. But corporate was difficult for me because I would be in the boardroom and people would be saying X, Y, Z when I would know it was really a whole nother realm.
Yeah.
And it was difficult because I found it in corporate that things are not what it seems. Things may not be what it seems. And I got tired of the fluff. I got tired of the things that was going on. And I would do sessions from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. So I would rush work just to go home to talk to my clients. I cared about the clients more than I cared about my job.
Did you feel better? Like, boom, I left a corporate job, but I actually feel good to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, how did that even feel? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, it was scary because I was making a lot of money. You know, I had just moved into this nice apartment and I was just decided one day, I literally just woke up one day and was like, you're not going to work back in corporate anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even like a planned decision. It was an abrupt decision.
Okay.
But it was almost like God was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, the time is now. Like, people need you. I was talking to maybe 4 people a day, part-time.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I'm helping 4 people a day, what would that look like if I was fully available?
Correct.
I can help hundreds. I can help thousands. And that's really what it's about for me. I had no logo, no brand. I had nothing. All I had was my gift. And I took a leap of faith.
How long has it been since you left corporate?
5 years.
5 years?
About 5 years, yeah.
So would you, 5 years, would you say building your brand, making the connections, being a celebrity intuitive, like, has that been a struggle? Was it easy? Like, do you have somebody that reads you and was like, yo, this is what you need to be doing? Like, walk me through all that.
So Mace, we all know Mace. He's a good friend of mine, and him and I would speak often, and he would tell me, like, Tash, I see you doing this. Tash, I see you doing that. Tash, I see you really, like, doing great things. And I've always taken his guidance because I can't read myself. But I saw these things within myself as well. Like, I knew that I was bigger than working for someone. Like, I never wanted to continue to work for anyone. And I know that this is my purpose. I just had to make myself available to do it.
That's crazy.
I had to.
Yeah. Do you get starstruck?
No.
All right, here's what I mean by that. Because you like, man.
Only because, you know, I say this with the most humble heart. I don't get starstruck because they're coming to me for help.
But Tash, this is what I mean, though. These celebrities are asking you these things about their life, career, yada, yada. And now you know this celebrity, whoever it is, you're like, yo, that's great. That's crazy. This is about to happen in your life, et cetera, et cetera. Like, that's what I mean by the starstruck piece.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for people. Okay. And I'm excited to see people grow, and I'm excited to see the success in people. You know, I love the celebrity component because they're the influence, right? Yeah. So if they're good and they're straight and they're doing great things, then the people who follow them and are influenced by them get to do better and be motivated because their role model or whoever they follow is doing great. Yeah. So that's always my focus. Like, whenever I have a celebrity client, I look at it as, if I help Remy Ma, then that means I'm probably helping 10,000 more people. Yeah. Right? Because she's such a big influence and she's such a big celebrity that people, like, love her. So if her energy is good and she's doing this and she's doing that, she's motivating thousands of people. So I take little credit for that. I'm like, yo, you're dope. I'm helping you. You're shining. You're bright. I'm like, that means you're in a good space, so other people are in a good space, right? So that's how I look at it. Shout out to Remy Ma. You next. I'm getting you in this seat over here somewhere. Remy Ma, you next. Hopefully you see that. Hopefully you see that. Remy Ma's cool. She's so dope. Nah, she's so down to earth. For real. She's dope. All right, so now 5 years, you left corporate, you building your brand. What's a day in the life look like now for Talk to Tash? Like, what's the day look like now? Because you're not leaving the 9 to 5 and doing that 6 to 11 no more. Now what the day look like? 6 to 11. How about I am doing like 8 to 9? Sheesh. I'm on the phone Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. On an average day. I speak to about 13 to 15 clients per day. Yeah. My calls are back to back. I don't talk to clients on the weekends or holidays, but I speak to an average of 70 to 100 clients a week. Oh my God. You know, if I have a client in Africa, sometimes I'm up in the morning at 3 a.m. in the morning because the time different. Yeah. The time different. So I'm up. Japan, I'm up all times of the night. I have clients in Japan. So sometimes I have a translator. Like if you can't understand or speak English, I would request to Brandon, my team lead. Shout out to Brandon. I would have him find a translator. Like, okay, we're gonna need somebody to translate so they can understand what I'm saying. But it's just a dope experience. Yeah, so that's my day. Oh my God. And my day's crazy. I want to go back to your corporate days again, just real quick. Yeah, just real quick. I don't miss them. I know. I don't miss the corporate days. I just want to go back there real quick. Now, I'm sitting down eating. I don't know that you have this gift. I'm in the lunchroom chilling, doing my thing. Here you come. Would you just start reading people like that, and then the word get around that, man, she can read you. She's an intuitive. Like, what was that like? So I'm glad you asked. I got to tell you a story behind that. I'm dope like that. So, but I'm telling you, it's crazy that you're asking this. So publicly, people didn't know growing up that I had a gift. Only my family knew. Okay. So, because, it was different, right? You have this gift. You can look at people and tell them their lives. My mom was like, yeah, we're not going to be out here telling people that you got this gift. So it was very like hush, hush, just in my household. Yeah. But I did write for the high school newspaper. I went to Grover Cleveland High School, and I was Miss Cleveland. It was like a Dear Abby, right? Okay. So I did it for 4 years, and people would anonymously write to Miss Cleveland. So I would go. Nobody knew I was Miss Cleveland because it was anonymous. No one knew I was Miss Cleveland. So I would take these letters, and I would take them home, and I would have to write back to them take it to the office, and they would print it in a newspaper, and you would get an answer to whatever you wrote to Miss Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
So I was very specific, and people would be in science class like, how does she know my parents was getting a divorce? How does she know that my grandmother had cancer? How does she know that? Who's Miss Cleveland? Because no one knew. So high school and my senior year, they announced on the loudspeaker, like, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cleveland is now a senior. And guess who Miss Cleveland is? And they're like, who? They're like, Natasha Leath. And they're like, oh my God, you were Miss Cleveland for the past 4 years. But wait, how did you know? Blah, blah, and how did you know? And I was like, I just knew, right? So yeah. I've always used my gift, even in high school. And so when I came out publicly with my gift, a lot of my peers in high school reached out to me, and they were like, no wonder. Now we know why, right? Yeah, so it just, I've always used it in some capacity.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking the time to come in, but
of course,
tell everybody how can they reach you, your social medias, your websites, etc. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Jason, for having me. Jay White, first name, last name. Okay, y'all know what it is. All right, don't play with this man right here. So thank you so much. You guys, please follow me on Instagram. My IG is Talk to Tash 922, spelled out TALKTOTASH 922 on IG, and my website is talktotash.com, and I'm a little bit everywhere. So follow me.
Hey, that's what it is, man. Appreciate you coming through again.
Thank you.
West Wednesday's after party with your man Jay White. Of course, had Talk to Tash here. I appreciate you.
Of course.